So look, guys, it finishes PGMOL FA 1, Arsenal 2. So we managed to beat the PGMOL today. Howard Webb, Jared Gillett, Anthony Taylor, Michael Oliver, Eddie Howe, Walter Marder, Voldemort, Dan Byrne, Nick Pope, Lascelles, whatever the fuck, Joelinton, all of them. They can all do one. I tell you what, Newcastle was wasting time from the very first minute. Did they even come to play football today? But no one's going to turn up and question their mentality and things like that. Arsenal get the winner. We should have had the penalty. What the fuck happened? How did that penalty get overturned? I have no fucking idea how that got overturned. I mean, look, the contact was made on Gyökeres and then Nick Pope touched the ball. So whatever happens afterwards does not matter. He took Gyökeres out first before he even got the ball. Gyökeres took the ball away from him. So it's a penalty, end of, no questions asked. How they can then interfere, VAR, and say you've got it wrong, go and have a look. And then it took him like 5 minutes to look at it and understand why he's going to change his mind, what excuse he's going to make to overturn it. He come out with a shit excuse anyway. And then Monday morning we'll probably get an apology say they got it wrong. Yesterday Salah touches the ball, his hands is high up in the sky and he's away from the proximity from the ball where it comes from is nowhere near him. And that somehow they don't have any evidence. But today they did every single bit under the sun to try and get Newcastle to beat Arsenal, but they couldn't do it. Now you just don't understand how big a win this is for Arsenal. It's massive. We've been away to Old Trafford, we've been away to Anfield, and we've been away to St James Park. And we've got, a good 6 points out of 9 there. And then we played City at home with 2 points behind Liverpool, and we play West Ham at home next week. We win that, and if Liverpool can't match our score, then we go top in the international break. And then we've got players like Madueke and them Havertz coming back, and they're going to feel like new signings come December, January. This is a massive win, and every single Arsenal fan in the world, I don't care where you are, you've got to celebrate that tonight. It's like a 6-pointer. Liverpool lose, we win. Nobody had us to win this. I did. I didn't feel like we had a shit game. We absolutely outclassed them, outperformed them. More shots, more possession, more shots on target. Whatever you want to see in terms of the stats, we beat them 2-1 as well. I'm so fucking happy. Every Arsenal fan should be happy. There's no negativity because the team selection was spot on. The substitutions he got on was spot on. And we couldn't moan today with the way Arteta played and his game plan because it went fucking amazing. Almost got the early goal. We hit the post. Should have had a penalty. Eze had a couple of shots saved. And then I want to say about Jared Gillett going to Calafiori saying you can't use the towel. I mean, when the fuck have you ever seen a referee give two shits about using a towel to wipe the ball? Like, if you can't make it that obvious that you're against Arsenal winning this game, like, what the fuck, mate? What the fuck was that about? How can you take the towel away from him and say you can't wipe the ball? Even if it is a rule, like, why has that rule got to come into place against Arsenal? Look, the odds was against us today in terms of cheating. And I don't usually go on about refs these days because at the end of the day, you've got to put the ball in the back of the net. And we did twice towards the end. And it's funny because Newcastle was wasting time all the way until the 97th minute after we score. All of a sudden, they don't get any injuries. All of a sudden, the knees are okay. All of a sudden, they're not made out of glass. And all of a sudden, there's no time like the present. Why didn't they play like that from the start? I mean, Newcastle are a horrible side, and I hope they get relegated. I can't stand them. And you know what? Isak's probably done himself a favour by leaving Newcastle because you know what? The only way he's down. I think they've had their best seasons, and they ain't going to fucking match it for shit. So they can fucking do one, and I'm glad they fucking lost, and I hope they fucking get relegated or at least have a shit season and lose as many games as possible. That's not me being bitter, but the way they play. You see Joelinton as well, kicking the ball away, thinking he's like, he owns the pitch. He thinks he's like the fucking CEO or something every time we go to St James Park. He fucking gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away and then he claps in the referee's face. Justice was served today and we're 2 points off top and we win against West Ham next week, like I say, then we're fucking top of the table. I know West Ham have got a new manager and that now, Nuno, who's very good, but we were at home I know West Ham always beat us at home, but this is the time to make a difference. This is the time. We've got the squad, we've got the ability, and hopefully we've got the right manager who can get us over the line this time. Look, it's 3 points, and you've just got to celebrate that because these wins at St James Park are fucking rare. It's not often you go to St James Park as a gunner and you get 3 points. So all the people that have gone up to North East, especially the Londoners, the Arsenal fans who live in London, who have got that ticket, gone all the way up to Newcastle, hope you have a fucking safe trip home, and I hope you fucking love it, man, because you deserve it. The support was great. We heard you in the away end, even though you was right at the top as usual. So look, have a safe trip home. You got 3 points. I know it's a massive trip from North East to London, but it's going to go within the blink of an eye because you're going to be fucking buzzing all the way from that ride from Newcastle all the way down to North London. So look, it's well deserved. And look, I'm glad Mikel Merino, he's been getting a lot of stick recently. He always does. But every time he comes on and, you know, he performs every other game. So he's a top character. He doesn't mourn as well. He just gets on with it. He's a happy lad. Good character to have in the dressing room. And Big Gabby sorts us out and gets the winner at the end. So look, we get the 3 points, we move, we prepare for Olympiacos at home and then West Ham at home, and then we call it a day for international break. I'll see you in a bit.